Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Second down, back to Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cordero Patterson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point forthcoming. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Dogala. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Kaepernick. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Throwing is Dolgala. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Dolgala. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Past the 20. And the Patriots are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. It's Kaepernick. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And some space here. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Miles Sanders with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 23-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 2. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to try and go deep again. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Another run with Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On play action, it's Kaepernick.
The pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the Coltsons are going to take over
at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Second and 16.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fun.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
147 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Sanders. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Patterson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Kaepernick. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for New England,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Colts, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.